English conversation, transportation, and traffic. Characters: A. Daniel, office worker, takes the subway daily. B. Mike, freelancer, usually drives a car. Part 1. Barely commuting. Hey Mike, how do you usually get to work every day? I mostly drive my car. I prefer the flexibility. What about you? I take the subway. Driving in the city just stress me out. Yeah, the traffic can be insane during rush hour. Exactly, I used to drive too, but spending almost an hour stuck in traffic made me switch to public transport. That makes sense. At least you don't have to look for parking every day. Part 2. Public transportation. Right, subways are pretty efficient here. Buses are a bit unpredictable, though I've heard that I rarely use buses unless it's absolutely necessary. Have you ever tried the express trains during peak hours? Once or twice. They are fast, but they get crowded. Oh, tell me about it. Sometimes you can't. Even more inside. Parsley, traffic jams, and frustrations. B. That's still better than being stuck in traffic for hours. True, yesterday my friend was stuck on the highway for 2 hours because of an accident. 2 hours? That's terrible. Accidents always slow everything down. Yeah, and people rubbernecking makes it even worse. Don't get me started. I once missed an important meeting because of a minor crazy head. That's frustrating. Do you listen to traffic report before heading out? Not always, but maybe I should. Do you use any apps to check the race? I use a couple of apps that show survey schedules and service updates. Super useful. Part 4. Driving habits and road safety. Do you think people drive safely in this city? Honestly, not really. A lot of people ignore the speed limits. I agree. And don't get me started on drivers using their phones. It's dangerous. I saw someone texting while driving in heavy traffic yesterday. That's scary. Have you ever been in a car accident? Just a small one. Someone rear-ended me while I was stopped at the red light. Were you okay? Yeah, just shocked. Luckily, no one was hurt. Part 5, Comparing Transportation in Other Countries. When I was in Japan, I was amazed by how punctual their trains were. I've heard that, and their stations are so clean, yeah. And everyone lines up to get on the train. Totally different from here, where everyone rushes in at once. True. What about you? Have you used public transport abroad? I used the subway in London. It's a bit old, but still very functional. I'd love to try those high-speed trains in Europe someday. Part 6, car vs public transport, which is better? So if you had to choose driving or public transport, what would you pick? Honestly, for city life, public transport is cheaper and faster. I agree. Though I like the privacy and comfort of my car. That's true. You can play your own music, take your time, and no strangers bumping into during the ride. Fair point. But I like being able to read or listen to a podcast during the ride. Part 7, Environmental Concerns. There's also the environmental side of it. Cars cause a lot of pollution. Absolutely, that's one more reason I switched to the subway. I've been thinking about getting an electric car. Actually, that's a good idea. Do you think charging stations is to find here? They are increasing, but not as common as gas stations. Part 8, Bike sharing and other alternatives. Have you tried any of those bike sharing services? I have. They are actually fun and practical for short trips. I like them too. I sometimes rent a scooter to get around. Are they easy to use? Yeah, just unlock with your phone and go. Very convenient. Maybe I give it a try sometime. Part 9, Transportation Cost. One thing I've noticed is how much I save by using public transportation. Really, how much do you think you save per month? Around $200, maybe more. I don't have to pay for gas, parking, or maintenance. That's a big difference. Gas prices keep going up too, and parking fees downtown are insane. Sometimes more than $10 an hour. I know last week I had to pay $18 just for 2 hours. Part 10. Getting a driver's license. Do you remember how hard it was to get your driver's license? Oh yes, I failed the written test the first time. Me too, the questions were tricky and the driving test was stressful. The instructor was super strict. Mine asked me to parallel park on a hill. I almost rolled back. Ha ha, that's tough. But once you pass, it's such a relief. Part 11. Taxis and ride-share apps. Do you use taxis much these days? Not really. I use ride-share apps like Uber or Ride more often. Same here. It's faster and easier to use the app. I like how you can see the pair beforehand and the drivers are usually friendly. One time I had a driver who gave me free snacks and bottled water. That's amazing service. Yeah, but sometimes the surge pu- pricing pricing is crazy during peak hours. True, I once paid triple the normal price just because it was raining. Part 12. Traffic rules and fines. Have you ever gotten a traffic ticket? Unfortunately, yes. I ran a red light once by accident. Out. How much was the fine? About $150, and I had to take a safety course. That's tough. I got a ticket for using my phone while driving. That's a common one. They are cracking down on that now. It's a good thing, though distracted driving is dangerous. Very true. I always put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode when I drive. Part 13. Autonomous bike vehicles. What do you think about self-driving cars? Honestly, I'm both excited and nervous. Same here. The technology is amazing, but I worry about safety. If the system fails, who's responsible, the passenger or the company? That's a huge legal question, but I think they'll improve over time. I'd love to just relax and read while the car drivers is there. Me too, especially on long road trips. Part 14. Future of transportation. Do you think we'll see flying cars in our lifetime? Maybe some companies are already working on prototype types. I saw a video of flying taxi on Dubai. It looked like a drone with seats. That's wild, but we need new traffic rules for the sky. Yeah, and I hope they won't be too noisy or too expensive. I'd love a future with clean, fast, and cheap transport.